It is a little bit hard to get the right angle, so I'm gonna kind of look at me because you're next to me.
I'll just lean close to you, so then it's like it can point at you. I thought maybe you're gonna lick my face. We're camera noobs, so this is our take 3.
Yeah, so we keep filming just her.
To update you guys.
So tomorrow I'm going to the hospital to
get you need to turn it more towards yourself, maybe.
A mapping,
okay.
Which is essentially them going in and seeing what route, what artery line they want to stick my radiation therapy into, to potentially embolize, which means to cut the blood vessels off of tumors on the left side of my liver. I had this procedure done to me in the end of last November. It was wildly successful in taking care of those current symptoms, but at the same time I feel like where we're trying to decide right now if it's, because before it was an emergency procedure, we had to do it, or else I probably would have moved on. Or I would have been, in the hospital for a very, very long time. By the end of the week, we're going to know a little bit more about what the future's going to hold in terms of what my treatment's going to be. But there's definitely a very strong plan in place, and the doctors are always being adaptable. And whenever I mention something that I have a problem, they're very quick to respond.
So the problem this time being that his ascites, which is the fluid in his tummy, is getting kind of bad.
Oh yeah, so I have a big belly, big gut fluid distension. That's not uncommon with people who have some sort of liver problem. And there's a couple of reasons why it could be happening. Over the next couple of days, the reason I'm being checked into the British Columbia Cancer Agency for a few days is so they can run tests to find out exactly what's causing this, and potentially get some more permanent relief as to what's going on, because I feel like it's one of the more disabling symptoms. I would feel a lot more active, a lot more inclined to exercise and such, and it would probably help my appetite a lot, because it squeezes a lot of stuff in there. Me going on chemotherapy, we really don't want to leave any room for any additional potential nausea or any reason why I shouldn't be able to eat. We want me to gain weight, so
also to combat the insulinoma too, you have to be able to eat.
So if
drink.
If I'm able to eat frequently and commonly, it's almost like it's not even there, right? But because it's hard to eat sometimes, it's a little bit more noticeable. But cornstarch is a very effective treatment, surprisingly enough. So,
which we'll explain later, maybe.
Right.
We were super tired.
Okay, so we're gonna go to bed. I have to get up at 5.
It's 12 o'clock.
My wife's keeping me up to do these things. So
what? No.
Yeah, she is. So I'm going to have a sign off too. I love you guys, and we'll see you very soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay, good morning guys. After watching the footage last night, we were really super tired, so I thought maybe I would just try and maybe explain better what was going on today, why Brian is at the hospital and why he's going back to the hospital. So the procedure he's having done today, it's the exact same procedure using the catheter and such that they might eventually do on March 11th, where they'll actually administer this radioactive bead type thing. So they just go in there today to map it out and to make sure there's no blood ways that the radiation could travel from his left side of his liver to somewhere else. At the same time, they might also be installing more of a permanent catheter in him to drain some of the fluid that's in his tummy. So hopefully that would also give him some comfort, and they're able to do that because he has gone into the hospital to get his tummy drained before, but he seems to fill up right away. So yesterday, he spoke with the doctors, and they were really wanting to figure out what was causing his ascites, and just because it's really uncomfortable for him, and it's probably one of the main factors that's causing him to throw up. And then I will be going there after work today to go check on him. Hopefully at that point he's already been transferred to the cancer center, where the beds and rooms are kind of, I think they're nicer. So, and last night we just stayed up super late, because, you know, we were wanting to enjoy each other's kind of like last bit of company before he's away for, they think he'll only be gone, like, they'll only keep him to do lots of scans and stuff to try and solve the ascites for a couple days. But they've always kind of said it was going to be a short hospital stay, and he hasn't had a short hospital stay, in my opinion, to date. 5 days is a long stay, in my opinion. So hopefully he gets discharged Friday. Today's Wednesday. So that we can hang out on the weekend and he can be back home and comfortable, and hopefully they've solved the ascites. Okay, bye.
Hey guys, we're back. So it's a little update of the stuff that kind of went on today. So now I'm in here. They haven't decided whether or not they're going to do the embolization or the everolimus yet, but they have me checked into the cancer agency for a few days so we can run tests and figure that out. But today they installed, I think it's called a Nexus catheter or something like that. But it's essentially a semi-permanent catheter in my stomach so they can drain my ascites more frequently. And so far I've gotten quite a bit of relief regarding that. I'm getting the occasional stomach ache because there's a hole in the side of my tummy and a catheter, just like a tube hanging out in my gut. But once that gets better, then this is kind of a regular thing.
And they drained 4...
Yeah, I had 4.3 liters of fluid in my gut.
That they drained today in less than 2 hours?
It's like, imagine pouring 2 liters of Coca-Cola in your belly button.
It's a lot of fluid. What color was it? Did you see it?
Oh, let's not tell our audience about that. It's pretty gross.
I'm curious. I'm sure other people are wondering.
It was yellow. It's kind of like if you...
kind of like urine.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you peed, but you didn't really absorb everything that you were eating that day.
Did they do the procedure at the exact same time as the...
Yep, it was one after the other.
Okay. How long was it?
I was in there for 4 hours.
And you were awake the whole time, right?
Yeah. I was under, like, sedation, so there was a period of time during the first procedure that I was phasing in and out of napping and actually having dreams and getting a little bit of rest, but towards the end the sedation started to wear off, and I remember most all of it. I could feel the catheter going into my wrist, up my arm, into my chest, down close to wherever it was going to go, and then being pulled out.
And it wasn't through your leg?
No, it was right here.
Last time it was through your leg, though.
Yes.
Oh, why did they change it?
To change it up, I guess. I don't have a good answer for you.
Interesting. Oh.
It's probably a better choice for the procedure so they don't feel like they're really just messing with my groin area too hard.
He was mobile more quickly after.
Oh, definitely, yeah. It was a lot less taxing.
Cool. That's good then.
It just felt weirder, and it required a longer catheter.
So they're just doing, you have a CT scan scheduled for...
Tonight, sometime randomly. It could end up just not happening tonight, happening tomorrow morning. That's happened to me before. Yeah. But it's not like I'm going anywhere or I'm on some kind of schedule. You just better not wake me up at 2 in the morning to do a CT scan. But I don't think anybody's going to be here to do a CT scan at 2 in the morning, so...
Everyone's remembering you at the cancer center.
Yeah, they keep, say that I'm looking good, and they're glad to see me up and about and doing better than I was before. It's been fun to see everybody. The lady who, she cooks for all of BCCA's housing, and she made me a special, like a fish meal just for me, and that was very nice of her. Sort of like a welcome back thing, and it was good fish. Tasted like chicken for some reason, but it was definitely fish.
I guess that's not a bad thing.
No, it wasn't a bad thing.
And you can mostly just see a reflection in this. I was gonna see if we can kind of see, there's a good view out of his window. You can see a little bit of downtown in a cool circle building. That's the Cancer Research Center or something, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
this was where they went up in the catheter, I guess, through his arm. And yeah, he's having some fish. And that's about it. So we'll talk to you guys later and have a good night.